let's do a photo recap, a selfie, once an hour selfie recap of the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo. My Saturday, my first time ever as a guest at a convention. And it was wild, right? Friday was a good lead-in for me, right? We kind of drove, got there, walked in, and kind of like conventioned, saw people, shopped, and then it was like, we need to eat. Like, we were there, and I think we went with like every intention of like, oh, let's just go in and get our stuff and confirm, right, the hotel or whatever is going on. I'm so sorry. The cats are like wild right now. I wonder if I can, let's pillow them. Stop. I swear I'm a good mom. Okay, so Friday, and then it was like dark o'clock, and then it was like, okay, eat and go to bed. Like, Friday was kind of chaos, which is fine, and I kind of knew that going in, and I also knew, right, that Saturday time wasn't going to exist. And so this like once an hour selfie thing is something I had done previously at a different convention, the first convention that I'd ever gone to. Here's one selfie, yay, from the convention. Or like just take a picture every hour. It's not necessarily a selfie, because I definitely took other pictures with the hour alarms. And that's all I do, is set an alarm for every hour on my phone. Take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. I've never, in doing it, the 2 times I've done it now, I've never wound up in a bathroom when the alarm goes off. So it's working so far. So I'm just gonna throw the pictures up and we're gonna talk about them. So Saturday, boom, 7 o'clock, that's me waking up. Wake up, Lindsay. I have not done a lot of like self-travel. So being on my own in a hotel was a wildly adult experience, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So waking up, get myself up. I kind of have a routine, especially when I know I'm gonna have a long day. So I like wake up and I stretch, and I'll put music on. I definitely listened to a lot of K-pop Demon Hunters over this weekend. I just kind of like get myself going, ate breakfast, boom, 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock? I have a cheat sheet because it's a lot of pictures, y'all. From 7 to 11 at night. It's a lot of pictures. Coffee. And I call it coffee, but it's more of a hot drink because it's not actual coffee. It's like one of those like healthy, non-dairy coffee replacement things. Anyway, it's fine. I like it, and it's a hot drink, like in Monster Hunter, right? It's a hot drink. It helps keep me healthy. And I don't have to like, I don't have to pose after I drink it. And okay, so alarm at 9 o'clock. I was putting on my old geezer things that I wear to conventions. I almost always have compression socks on at a convention. Okay, all the way up to my knee, compression socks. They help me feel so much better going through walking on concrete all day long. And then this one even had like some stairs and huge parking lot walks and everything else too. If your feet and ankles hurt, if your legs feel heavy at the end of a day, put compression socks on. I don't care how old you are. I've got some of my kids talked into, or wool. If you're just walking around and you're gonna wear whatever socks, put a pair of wool socks on. These compression are not woolies, but I do in the wintertime. Wool compression are really heavy. So I will wear woolly compression, just not for like day-to-day wandering around at a convention. Okay, socks. 10 o'clock, we were at Starbucks. I was there with the merge crew. Everybody was getting caffeinated so that they could survive their day, and there's a beautiful cool world map, so I took a picture of it. There you go. 11 o'clock. Okay, 11 o'clock has a story. We were there in the arcade at PGX having a conversation with Dan from Channel 3 starting to kind of get the ball rolling and making connections for the Merge show coming up next August. And I was all excited. I had like this great picture lined up because the lights were still on because it wasn't officially convention time yet, right? So they had the lights on, people were in there. It was still kind of sedate, right? It really wasn't like rocking and rolling yet. And as I had my picture lined up, the lights came on. And it like threw me for a loop. Or the lights went off, right? The lights went off. Lights were on, the lights turned off. And I was like, so it was like really quick. I was like, fine. Doesn't even matter. I'll just take a picture. It's fine. And that's kind of how the whole day went, right? It was fine. And I did do my quest. I did some of the quests on Saturday. The Mario Wonder quest I did not do. Channel3.gg. If you're looking for a good time gaming, you should come hang out. Okay. Channel 3 was at 11. I was in front of a vendor at noon. At that point in time, I was walking around with the husband. We were looking at things, and I just so happened to be in front of this awesome row of CRTs, which by the end of the day, he had sold quite a few of those, y'all. Pretty awesome. None of them came home with us. We are so full of CRTs. I'm surprised they're not starting to like breed a new generation of CRTs. At 1, ta-da, picture, we were over by the Red Bull Tetris thing because apparently Meredith is like a Tetris phenom, which I am not, and I know that, but holy cow, it was amazing. Plus, right, they had Tetris Red Bull, which was fine. And we played Tetris, and yeah, Meredith is a god. That's crazy. At 2, I was still back in the arcade space, kind of wandering around, playing some games as things were open, which I feel like the arcade space at PGX is super well thought out, right? It kind of has like, I was gonna say lobes. It's not, that's not what people want to hear. There's, you know, like sections, right? Here's CRTs. Here's all the import candy cabs. Here is mostly pinball. Here are the, right, shoot 'em up arcades. Here are, do you know what I mean? They do a good job of sectioning so that you kind of know where you are, right? It's like walking through a store. It's like, oh yeah, I'm in the shooting arcade, and I'm gonna come around the corner, and it's gonna be where there's more like the digital pinball tables, which were really fun. I did play a couple that I had like never even seen before, and it was really enjoyable. 3 o'clock was the collectors panel with these 3 guys who know a lot about what they're talking about. Yeah, we collect a lot at my house, right? The husband has the things that he's out for, and I have my things, and now even my children have things that they're necessarily out there kind of looking for, keeping their eyes out for. And that's what makes cons so great, that you can have a good time, you can have a family outing to go to something like this. I think PGX especially, right? Go play a board game together, go try something together, you know, go wander around, go buy a homemade plushie, go get a tattoo. Like there's, I mean, maybe, do I know what a family is? Maybe the tattoo wasn't a great suggestion. But like they cover like the full spectrum, right? Go talk to people who make video games. Go talk to people who work in video games. Go talk to people who collect video games, who play video games, who love video games, right? Like that's kind of the all-encompassing idea. Okay, so the panel was at 3, so we're already at 4. By 4, I had wandered back out because the panel ended at like 3:45. So I wandered back out, took a picture of the Tech Buzz setup, number 1, because it's awesome. And it's always kind of evolving and changing, but it's always like top shelf. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants it to look like, how it's going to be set up, how he wants it to come across on camera. Awesome. Plus, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a banner up there, and it's still super weird that somebody was like, do you know what? Yeah, let's make arrangements so that she can come, so that we'll put her face on stuff, and like people will literally come to talk to me. So wild. And I loved it. I loved absolutely every minute. Although by 4 o'clock, I was kind of exhausted. 5, music, I had wandered back and on the main stage, they have this awesome like separate room, but they leave the doors open so that it's out into the arcade too. So you hear some music. Like if you go in to where the main stage is while the music is on, holy monkeys, it's so much louder in the room. But I had heard it and it was like, ooh, hey, like what's going on? So that's what that picture is I was enjoying some of the live music. And from like wherever, 5 or 6 o'clock, this is 5, it gets like progressively wilder and wilder. Like whoever is planning the order of the bands, chef's kiss, you're doing a good job, because it just gets more and more wound up as time goes on. And I was only there till like 7 something, and even in the time of like 5 to 7, it's like, whoa doggy. Like the music had like ratcheted up. 6, I found a Joker poker table. So I don't know if most people know this, but Balatro or Balatro, or however you want to say it, you get to say it however you want, right? Because the creator has said, say it however you want, because he wanted to call it Joker poker. Which I love. I love saying Joker poker. So it was just funny as I was getting some time to play some pinball tables, which I played a ton of this like wrestling, there's a picture of it, a ton of this wrestling pinball table. It was stupid fun. It has like ramps that cross. Like there were just so many details on that table that were so much fun. And like the actual like kind of domino things along the one side that you actually like hit and they like knock down. Definitely not a recent table, but it was super duper fun. So yeah, Joker poker, and it wasn't working. I want to say you couldn't play it. Like I probably tried and it wasn't working. But I will say at PGX, for all the arcades and pinballs that they have set up, they have a crew of people who are there that volunteer their time. I think it's volunteer. Oh my God, I hope you're getting compensated. That are there volunteering to take care. Sorry, oh my gosh. People, please know, even, right, I'm sitting here, I'm chilling, I'm on a couch, relaxing, shooting a YouTube video. There's still like life going on. I had to like peace out to answer the door. Anyway, all right, so at 6, pinball, Joker poker table, the coolest thing. I had a ton of fun with the pinball. That's something that I really want to do. I need to decide how I want to do it. Maybe I'll make like a special, like a photo gallery where I post, because I always take pictures of the tables that I play. So like at Cleepin, I have tables, I have pictures of pinball from all over the place. Maybe I need to start like posting my little like thoughts about, plus then I kind of have it all in one spot. I kind of like that. Just my thoughts about the tables, because I played some really cool tables recently, and even at Cleveland Gaming, they had a Walking Dead table that I'd never seen or played before, where you can like hit this like big fat zombie thing. You hit it a couple times and it falls over, which then opens up like bonus points and stuff. Is a really cool table. Maybe I need to do that. I don't know where I'm gonna find the time to sit and make a pinball gallery, but that would be really fun. At 7, here's a group picture that we took. We were on our way out to try and like make ourselves leave at a reasonable time to go. We're gonna go to a game store that was there pretty close. The Exchange that was close to the con, and then going to dinner. So here's Merge in front of the PGX background, super cool. And then I have to like move so I have space to put pictures. I should do like full screen and then have it like, oh, maybe that's what I'll do. Ooh. At 8, here we are at the game store, which closed at 8, and I think they had to stay open a little bit for us because we're kind of on like a field trip. It was a good time. good times had by all. We did spend some money, so it was worth our time to stay open. Dinner, we went to one of the only Max and Irma's that exists, and it was fabuloso. Highly recommend the Max and Irma's that's in, it must be Monroeville, right there by all the hotels and stuff. Absolutely recommend. And again, here's us at 10, still at the restaurant, which is closing at 10. That's okay. Here's a super special group picture of the merge team in our merge shirts, being very mergy at 10 o'clock at night. I don't know how we were still standing because we had just eaten. That's fine. And then at 11, here's my my laundry pile from the weekend. I just thought it was funny that add merge to my Channel 3 Rainbow Road t-shirt that I had also absconded with for the week. I came home with a ton of t-shirts that weekend. That's sweet. Yeah, y'all. So, like, looking at it, is that fun? Is that fun? Like, to have, like, scrapbook pictures of, like, oh, I did this, and I did this, and I did this. In between all these pictures, there's so much stuff that happened, right? I played with the Level Up team, and I played, right, Clask on the little table. I got to meet one of my YouTuber friend hero people. I got to meet Elliot Neoness, and he is just one of the coolest collectors. I have been in awe of him and his like super mature angle to collecting and displaying, and oh, I'm gonna sell this so that I can procure this so that I can play this. And then talking to him, number one, he's like the sweetest person. But then to talk to him about it, like the mental process that he goes through about his collection and talking about his collection and having these things and taking care of them and preserving them while also having them to play. And it's the coolest. Neoness, everybody go follow him. Way more mature than me buying my little pieces of plastic to put on a shelf in my game room. I love my pieces of plastic though. So it was a wild Saturday, and I was exhausted, but I wasn't hungover. Like, I did a pretty good job, right, hydrating. I did okay. I bought water, or I like let myself have like regular disposable bottles of water that I put my electrolyte mix in and then was consuming. I did a good job. I don't know if they hadn't fed us. When did they feed us, guys? Like 4-ish around in there. It was definitely after the panel. I don't know what I would have done. Like, I had snacks and stuff with me, but there's not food like super close to the convention place. So I'm thrilled. Thank you so much for feeding us. Saturday just flew by. Definitely by the time that we were done, I was done. And it was nice to go and crash. Sunday was kind of more of the same, but also a lot more chill. We were up and we were, right, had to pack up the hotel room. We were to the convention around 11 also. And I was surprised actually how early things picked up on Sunday. And it was just steady all day Sunday. Like, it didn't get crazy. But there were still a lot of people in and out. And I'm sure that their vendors, right, the vendor floor was still pretty busy. I felt like the arcade actually was a little bit busier on Sunday. Maybe people have been like, meh, I've already been here and shopped, I'm gonna go play, which is incredible. I will say on Sunday, there was a super important announcement about a super important convention that's coming up next August that I got to be a part of. I know TechBuzz had said he was going to, clean up and make nice the merge panel that we did. So we're still waiting on that. I'm just getting to my video now, so I can't imagine the amount of video he's got to edit. But mrgexpo.com, not Mr. Gexpo, but merge, right? MRG Expo. And The video will eventually be posted there as well, but this link will take you, right, if you want to sponsor this awesome thing that we're doing, if you want to vend at this awesome thing and make it even awesomer, if you want to be a customer, what's the word I don't even know. It's a 1-day thing, y'all. It's gonna be boom, Saturday, boom, done. And I'm so looking forward to helping to make this happen for the community there in Kalamazoo. I really think with the college kids and with the families and so on that are in Kalamazoo, this is going to be such a great fit. I can't wait to see what we're going to provide for a family space for little kids coming in and getting to be a part of our gaming space. I know TechBuzz has signed a contract. I know Channel 3 has signed a contract, and they are going to be running our tournaments, which is going to be absolutely incredible. Channel 3 in the, oh my gosh, it's been less than a year, but I have grown so much as a gamer and as a person and as a gaming community member through channel3.gg. So I highly recommend check them out. See that, right, Merge is an event on their website, which it's all my like worlds are like colliding. It's crazy. Yeah, so Sunday, my gosh, when did we even leave? I think we tried to leave like 2 and before 4. We finally were out the door and in the vehicle on our way back. It was definitely dark by the time we got here. We ate one of the most disappointing meals that any human has ever eaten on our way home. But that will not dim my memory of the weekend. Like, sorry, just a second. I'm losing my voice, y'all. I'm not getting sick. It was just the wildest, and it's one of those things where, as a guest, right, as a pass-buying citizen that is coming in to have a good time, the weekend flies. Like, it's already wild. But to come in as a guest, as somebody that the con has said, hey, we want you, make myself cry a little bit, we want you to represent who we are and what we're doing and what we're trying to do, because I don't know, what I'm doing and what they're trying to do aligns. And that has been one of the biggest things, and that is one of the reasons that I keep doing this, to find that community and to build it up. There is so much in this world right now that is not building people up, that is not bringing community together. And if playing video games is how I'm doing it, then amen, I am gonna build through video games. And that is totally okay with me. Pittsburgh Gaming Expo, thank you. Thank you for an awesome weekend. Thank you for an experience that I'm never gonna forget. Thank you for believing in me so that I can turn around and say, yes, everybody should go to PGX again. I mean, last year, my trip there was chaos, but it was awesome enough that it was like, yeah, I want to do that again. So when I got asked, there was no hesitation. It was, okay, how do we make this work? How am I going to do it? And we did it. And it was awesome. And I'm still kind of riding that high here a week and a half later. So please, if anybody has questions at any point in time about PGX, about Merge, please ask me about Merge. Let me know. Like, we're kind of on the backward slope of convention season now, so all I have to do is talk about convention season, and I'm super excited to be able to do that. So with that, I am going to wrap this up. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know, man. It was a crazy weekend, and I'm really happy with how I did, with how my weekend went, with how things went. Of course, now looking at it, it's like, I should have talked to this person, or I should have done this, or, you know, I should have gone out and had a half an hour nap, taken a picture, and then be like, all right, I'm peacing out for a minute, and go and like had a break. I did, especially after the panel, I did kind of need to not people for a minute, which is a difficult thing to do at a convention. That's why I kind of just was like, I'm gonna go play in the arcade. And it was just me and pinball for a little bit. It was a good time. It was nice. Y'all should go. I don't know that they've announced dates yet. Hey, PGX 26, do you exist yet? Do you have dates? Let me know, because I'm super excited to throw that on the calendar and have that as a long out, as a date to survive and look forward to after post merge, right? So yeah, I guess with that, I'm gonna say thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.